This is going to be more of a motivational / educational. So today's video, I actually want to cover my 5 habits to success in bodybuilding, and that's something that I definitely feel like a lot of you will probably benefit from, regardless of what stage you are in your journey, whether you are super advanced or where you're just starting off. I think these 5 pillars to success are definitely going to help you become a better bodybuilder and probably better at life as well in general. Is I definitely think that what we do as bodybuilders does have a great positive impact on what we do in other areas of life. For me personally, the better out bodybuilding and the better I become as a bodybuilder, the better all other areas in my life are. So the better I'm at bodybuilding, the better I am as a coach, the better I am as a person, and the better I am in business as well, because of the good qualities and good habits that we build as bodybuilders naturally do have a massive impact on the journey and what we do. So here are my 5 habits to success in bodybuilding. So number one, and that's the most important one as well, and this is the one that will also have a huge carryover into everything else that you do as well. So that's discipline, and the discipline to do this definitely teaches you mental fortitude, and the discipline we can always make into like two in one, where discipline obviously has a carryover into adherence. As a bodybuilder, adhering to the plan is the most important thing, and to be able to do so, you need discipline to get out of bed every morning, get the do and do the do every single day. So what being disciplined for me means is I do the necessary and I stick to my plan and I stick to everything that I need to do every single day, not just on the days where I feel motivated, not just on the days where I'm full of energy, but more importantly the days where I don't have the energy to perform, I don't have the energy to do my tasks. Mainly that will always be in prep. And even motivation takes a dip. You know, we're not all super motivated year round. I'm not super motivated year round, but it's the discipline that has the main driving factor behind of what I do, and ability to stay disciplined year round to be able to obviously reach my goals and be able to chase my goals like a dog with a bone. That's the best way I can describe this, guys, is having the relentless consistency to do the do. So discipline is definitely the one that should be held on pedestal there, because that is the main pillar that holds everything up. It's almost like a foundation when you're building a house. It's the most important thing, because that is what's going to bring everything else up and forward within what you do and how you approach things on a day-to-day basis in life and bodybuilding. Number 2 of my 5 pillars to success is resilience, and resilience is having the mental fortitude to be able to push past your boundaries and almost live with ability to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Ultimately, your body doesn't want to reach extreme levels of body fat where, you know, we've got striations in his glutes and we are basically working against the grain continuously. Your body doesn't want to build that amount of muscle. Your body doesn't want to be in an extreme position. Your body wants to do everything it can to reach homeostasis. So everything that we do requires a lot of resilience to be able to really push past the boundaries and live out of your comfort zone. And what happens when we do get out of our comfort zone? Progress happens. And that's exactly the main thing that we need to really deal with as bodybuilders, is resilience and mental fortitude to really be able to do what we do on a daily basis, whether that's losing body fat or gaining muscle mass. You will have to learn how to be resilient and how to work against your own instincts. You have to resist hunger. Sometimes you have to be on the opposite end of the spectrum and eat when you don't want to eat. So I think, again, pushing past the pain thresholds in the gym and pushing past your boundaries is something that you have to be able to learn to deal with, and that is where resilience has to be part of the process, unfortunately. Number 3 of my pillars, and that is self-development. What do I mean by self-development? It's, in essence, in short, it's having the ability to learn from your mistakes and seek help and educate yourself, whether that's from a coach or a course. Always seek help and seek further education to improve upon your process. That's something that I am very big on, and that's something that I am a big advocate of. This is exactly why I feel like the greatest coaches, the greatest athletes always have coaches behind them or mentors that they seek help from. I've got mentors, I've got coaches that I work with, and I feel like anyone who has a value in what they do and in their process, and anyone who wants to reach a certain level at any given sport or in business will always invest and look into getting a coach or look into self-development, whether that's any course that you can do to improve your knowledge, for you to be better. It's always finding a way to learn and develop. That's exactly something that I have done in the past 2 to 3 years, is always continuously learning, continuously looking at different ways and methods where I can improve my process as a bodybuilder, as an athlete, and as a coach. And that has paid back tenfold, guys. And that's something I will stand by for the rest of my life. I will always work with someone to improve upon my process, or even improve upon how I am as an individual. I will always work with coaches and mentors that I currently have. Obviously, I have a lot of mentoring with Charlie, my business partner. I have a lot of mentoring with Mark Coles. Obviously, I'm working with Luke from No Such Fitness. I have a lot of consultations with likes of John Jewett, Joe Jeffries, etc. So I'm never closed off to one idea. I am always learning from all these different people to be able to improve upon my own process as a coach, as a businessman, as an athlete. For me, it's all about making progress, and self-development is key, and it's definitely one of the most important pillars of success. Number 4, and I just want to highlight, all these pillars are very important, and this one is commitment. Anyone can be disciplined for a short period of time, but the question that I urge to ask yourselves, are you truly committed to the cause? By commitment, what I mean is, are you willing to give what it takes and invest the time and effort over the years to come in order to reach your goals? I have been a competitive bodybuilder for 10 years, and I feel like I have only just started my journey. I have at least another 10 to 12 years of doing this. So I have been disciplined from the start, but it's the commitment to the cause that has allowed me to drive forward and reach my goals and get to where I want to be. Anyone can be disciplined for a shorter period of time, but very few can be committed over years to be able to reach the goals and chase after what they have set out to do and what they actually aspire to do. So another one is definitely commitment, and that is something that in bodybuilding is essential, because with bodybuilding, it is unlike any other sport. You cannot be in and out of bodybuilding. If you want to be successful at bodybuilding, you need to be committed year round, over years. Taking breaks is only going to push you back and pull you back and take away from reaching your goals. It is not like any other sport like boxing, where you can be on it 3 months, then not on it for 3 months. That's unfortunately just not the way it works. You're either committed and you're all in, or you're all out. And that's reflection. And reflection can always go into gratitude. But first, we need to definitely talk reflection. What I mean by this is being truly honest with yourself and realistic. With bodybuilding, we see a lot of people who are not realistic within their goals, within the time frames they've set, and they are almost selling themselves a false dream. And I see this all the time with coaches selling unrealistic expectations towards the clients, promising the world and then unfortunately not delivering in time. And that is something that I feel like is not down to the coach. I feel like it's more down to the individual. You have to truly be able to sit down and be truly honest with yourself. Are you doing all it takes to reach your goals? Are you giving yourself enough time to reach your goals, and are your goals realistic within realistic time frames? If you are truly being honest with yourself and you see what's going on and see your own progression, you look into what you do as an individual, as an athlete, you will know if you are being realistic through that reflection, through a reflection of your own progress, reflection of your own actions. You will know exactly what's going on. And with that reflection as well, guys, there can be a lot of gratitude for the position that we are in. Ultimately, bodybuilding is a privilege, bodybuilding is a choice. Do not forget that. Regardless of how hard this is and how hard it gets, bodybuilding really is a privilege, and that's the way it should be treated. If you truly love this, you will always love the process. Yes, it gets hard. Yes, it does suck balls at some days, but nevertheless, the feeling of knowing that it's a privilege and you are living your own dream and your passion should always take over, no matter how hard the days get. Especially deep in prep, we can all experience the hard days, but nevertheless, the feeling of gratitude should always be there, and we should all take time to reflect upon our progress and be truly honest with ourselves as to where we're at within our journey, and set realistic expectations upon the reflections that we do go through. People, that is my 5 ultimate pillars to success in bodybuilding. I'm not actually sure what I'm going to call this video yet, but that is along those lines. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Please like and subscribe. If there's anything else you would like me to cover, or anything else you're interested in seeing, please let me know. And as always, thank you to Carl, the man behind the camera, for capturing the days, getting the content in. Really appreciate you all. Thank you, guys, and I'm excited to share my process with you all and take you on the journey to get back on stage in 2023, looking a little bit different.